In the small town of Cheselwick, there are 7 bus routes, but only 1 tram. A museum which exhibits a dinosaur skeleton. A castle ruin with a beautiful view, but without a ghost. To make up for that, though, there's a biscuit factory with a factory outlet. At the very edge of town, where you can already see the fields and hear the railway crossing gate, Fennel Vennel is situated. Number 19 is owned by Mr. Clever, but he doesn't live there. This is where people like Ernest live, the arts teacher, who's in love with the postwoman, and a nosy widow called Mrs. Pondicherry, and Janitor Woods, who's also the coach of the water polo team. But this isn't everything going on at Fennel Vennel number 19. As usual, the children are playing in the courtyard. But it's much too cold and much too windy to play in the courtyard. Willy says, "It's much too cold and windy to play in the courtyard." "Cold," says Sarah. "Right," says Tomek. "Yes, it is," say Tanya and Tonya. "Much too cold," says Pipa, and the Akrassimowitsch kids call back, "It's much too cold and windy to play in the courtyard." Willy has an idea. Willy always has good ideas. Perhaps something involving food? Willy says, "We should eat something." But they don't have anything to eat. "We could cook something," says Willy. Tanya and Tonya know already what they'd like to cook. They want something really fruity, something really delicious, really wonderful, a one-of-a-kind creation, a pudding fruit salad bombe glacée. Tomek prefers to make experiments in the kitchen. Here he can mix every possible ingredient together to see what happens. And sometimes, in the end, it even tastes good. Willy has something more simple in mind. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. A giant portion of spaghetti. With some tomato sauce. And a little bit of grated cheese on top. Spaghetti. That is a wonderful idea. And the children already know how to cook it. First, you need a piece of cake. That's not it. A pot with a lid. Not a light bulb. But water. Not too much. For the pot, plenty of spaghetti. And then plenty of ketchup. Delicious. The spaghetti goes in the pot when the water's boiling. And it cooks. And cooks. And it cooks. And don't forget the salt. And while the spaghetti cooks, they can begin setting the table. Everyone is quite excited. Spaghetti, self-made, all by themselves. And how good it smells. And now, ketchup for everyone. But no ketchup's coming out. It's stuck in the bottle. Tomek says, "Shake it." Willy shakes it. And now the ketchup is out of the bottle, but it's now all over the children and all over the wall. Willy's mama is on the phone. Mrs. Wood says that Willy should make himself some spaghetti to eat. He's old enough now and can manage it on his own, and she and Mr. Woods will be home from their shopping trip in about 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, my parents are coming home. What to do? But this is just ketchup. It can be simply wiped off. That works for children, but not so well on walls. Tomek says we'll simply paint the whole wall red, then the spot doesn't show up anymore. Willy doesn't know if his parents would like a red kitchen, but he doesn't have a better idea. But wait, what is Sarah doing there? Willy comes with the paint, but he couldn't find red, only yellow, and now he's amazed. A picture! That is a great idea. And Pipa has a picture frame to go with it. But quick, now they must disappear. Luckily, Willy doesn't live as high up as the others. Mr. and Mrs. Woods are in good spirits after a nice shopping trip. Willy has his spaghetti. Everything is in order. Except, wow, a new picture on the wall. Isn't that nice, Willy? Says Mrs. Woods. And Mr. Woods really can't believe it. This was his son? Self-made spaghetti always brings plenty of fun.